YouTube people, today we're taking a look at a cloud network camera from Compro. The nice thing about this camera is it's supposed to be super easy to set up, and you also don't need to have a computer to actually use this camera. You can just use it right on your device, Android or iPhone, and I was actually able to set this up in just a few minutes and all in one shot, so you'll see exactly how easy it is to use this camera. I should note this is a PTZ camera, which means it can turn and look at different angles. It also has infrared, so it can see in the dark, and has lots of bells and whistles. One thing I like about Compro cameras is they don't skimp on the features. They actually have some fully functional security camera. Basically, you could use these in a professional office setting. And have a really robust tracking software, which I'll get into a little bit in this review. But first of all, I just want to take you through the steps of getting this camera set up so you can see how easy it is to actually just use as a common consumer. It's 802.11 BG and N. It also has a VGA resolution on this particular model, and we'll take a deeper dive starting now. Okay, so we're going to take a look at the TN600W, do a little unboxing, and I've been told that this particular camera is so easy to set up that I'm going to try a one-shot setup all on my smartphone in one take. So we'll have to see how that goes, but if it really does pull that off, it will be quite impressive. So let's go ahead and take a look at this unit. For a basic overview of the box here, you can see it talks about a lot of the different specifications of the camera. Has a QR code here to help you get set up. Looks like they're really going for ease of use with this unit. Allows for a microSD slot. It interfaces with Dropbox, and has built-in smartphone PTZ management. And there's actually a lot of videos of this particular camera on Compro's website, on their YouTube channel as well, on a lot of the features and how they apply to Apple iPhones. I'm going to actually use an Android and phone and see how easy that is to use, and kind of give an overview of it as well. So let me just get this box open and we'll get going. This camera is quite similar. Well, here it is, the unit. It's very similar. I've worked with some Compro cameras before, and it's very similar to the IP 530, 540 series, which is actually a good thing. That in my usage, I've had one for a few years, and it has worked really great. One thing I noticed about Compro is they seem to use pretty high quality components. So here's the camera unit itself. Got the IR on the side, status LED right here, and let's look at the back of the unit. We've got both wireless and wired LAN options, audio inputs, WPS reset, DC 5V insert, and a micro SD. So pretty basic, but pretty clean package. It's a little bit larger than some other PTZ cameras I've used, but I don't really fault them for that because everything is really sturdy on these cameras. So let's take a look and see what else is in the box here. So we've got most likely AC adapter, nothing else in the box there. We'll put that to the side. So inside we have the wireless unit, mounting screws, AC adapter, included network cable, mounting hardware kit, quick start guide, we'll use that, CD, and wireless adapter installation guide. Okay, so looks like we can probably just plug this wireless adapter right in and go. This is going to be interesting to see if in one take we can get all the steps done in order to make this work for us. So, well, just goes in the back here, little adapter there. Okay. So step 1, connect an Ethernet cable between the IP camera and your network switch and router. So let's go ahead and do that. Maybe we'll hold off on the wireless just until, just to give them a running chance at the one-click setup. So let me grab an Ethernet cable. Got one down here on the ground, luckily, close by. Plug that right in. And we'll get it plugged into power. We're really testing the quick and easy setup. My power plugged in. Looks like it's going through a calibration right now, finding its limits. Okay, so now Compro's included these QR codes to allow you to download the apps. So I'm going to go ahead and use my Android phone. And I'm just going to jump on the Play Store and search for C4 Home. There it is. Going to go ahead and install it. And there we go. I'm just going to click the try it out. There's a few options. You can log in with a code if you have one. And you can either scan this little code in the manual, or you can also on the bottom of the camera. I guess I probably need an account. Okay, I'll hurry and create that. I'm holding it off screen just to not give everyone my password and username. I wish that QR code would go right in. That would have been kind of nice, but everything I'm typing in here is really basic information. It just wants a password and an email, and that should be all they need to create your C4 Home account. Okay, so I've got that in there. Add a new camera to your account. Okay. Alright. Now I can probably scan this QR code. And you can see right there, we've got the camera set up. And we are already good to go. It's already checking us out, so that's pretty cool. I've never used a camera and had it work that quickly. Yeah, so let's try out some of the features. I'm just gonna first turn up my brightness so that picks up on the camera a little bit better. And secondly, let's go ahead and try out some PTZ functions. That's pretty neat. Right from the phone there, you get pretty instant response. Get to show everybody my little lab here. So that's pretty neat to see that working so quickly. So let's go back and see what we can do with this software in Android. And I'm not entirely familiar with it. Looks like you can enable push notifications, enable vibrate. So we'll go back out of there. Push notifications could be tied to events happening on the camera itself. So so if you click that little blue icon, you can go into the camera settings. You can set the camera's name, and you can set a camera password. You can also flip the image if you're using a mirror image or upside down for whatever reason. So notification settings, you can turn on your motion detection right here. And I've reviewed the iPhone apps, and the Android equivalent here is kind of showing the same features. So you can enable motion detection, and then it will actually alert you. You can also turn on the cloud storage and have that send to your Dropbox for whatever reason. The event recording is for when you have a micro SD card installed into the camera itself. You can actually have it automatically record when it senses movement, and then review those videos right there on your phone. I'll probably get into a few more of these features in a minute once I set them up, but just as a basic setup on this camera, you can see it's very user-friendly. You don't even need to have a third-party computer in order to work with this unit, which is really nice. So pretty happy with it. You can also talk into your phone and have it come out into the camera, and let's go ahead and try that out. Can you hear me? I don't know if you're picking that up on the camera, but it's kind of like a push to talk feature right there. So if I hold down that button, I can speak through the camera. Whoops, I missed the buttons. I can speak through the camera. And you can actually hold a conversation back and forth with someone, which is a really nice feature. The IP version camera that I had before, you could actually do the same thing, but didn't have this little interface here. And you had to it didn't have a built-in speaker on the camera end, so you kind of had to find your own audio solution in order to be able to do that. So pretty neat. Really, actually nice looking software. You can also click this button on the bottom in order to view up to 4 cameras at once. So that's a pretty neat feature if you have multiple cameras going. So to wrap it up, the Compro Cloud Network Camera TN600W provides pretty good value. It's a little bit more expensive camera, but the features more than make up for the price. You've got a camera that you can use without a computer, really robust software for both Android and iPhone. It also has two-way audio through the camera, interfaces with Dropbox. The camera quality is not the best. It's just VGA resolution. The color is really good for VGA, but Compro does have some models with the exact same features as this camera with a little bit higher resolution. So if you need a little bit more resolution, opt for some of those cameras. But if you're looking for an entry-level camera that gives you lots of value, gives you the two-way audio, PTZ, Dropbox support, and micro SD capture, lots of triggering events to be able to record whatever you're looking for, motion capture, audio capture. This camera pretty much does it all. So check it out, the Compro TN600W.